Howdy folks, it is end of day 7 with Eddie. This is our second training walk today, and Eddie is crushing it. This guy's walking on a loose leash. Good boy, Eddie. Let's go. He's auto-sitting when I stop. What more can I ask for? And somehow it's partly sunny and starting to rain. Delightful. Anyway, I've been working the recall in the backyard and he's doing really well, so now it's time to up the ante and increase the distraction level. So I'm going to take him to the park down here. Also, his sit stay is looking pretty rock solid, so I will get a shot of that. Tomorrow I'm going to introduce the down. So sometimes I get the down in the first week. It's often the most difficult for command for a dog to pick up. So I need a good relationship with the dog, so it takes a little while. It's one of the last things that I work on with the dog. His place command looking real sharp, but if you've been watching me teach him place, you see he's just in a sit at this point. And the place command for me is a down, but since I haven't taught him down yet, I've been fine with just teaching him go to your bed and just getting him into the rhythm of going to his bed on command and staying on the bed. We'll get it into a down in a little bit. All right, guys, I'll see you over at the park. Eddie, sit. Oh, that's the best, buddy. That's the best. Stay. Good boy, Eddie. Good job, bud. Good. Good boy. You're a quick learner, buddy. Good. Yes, that's it. Bravo, little pal. Good. Let's go. Good boy. Well, my plan for getting Eddie into the field today, not so good. Part of the problem is it's been pouring rain here forever. So even all of the big tractors with the lawnmower attachments aren't mowing our parks in Hamilton because it's just a sog fest out here. But it's dry. But at this point, as you can see, we got dandelions up to our neck, and I'm not going to make him run through the dandelions. He's going to get covered in crap. So I'm just going to do some recall here. And I do recall in the house. I do recall in a grass field. I do recall in urban environments. I want Eddie to learn to come when called no matter where we are. So that's fine. We'll just switch it up today and we'll just use this area right here. Okay, good boy, Eddie. Eddie, here. Yes, good boy. That's it. Sit. Good. So here. Good. Okay. All right, so that's it for day 7 with Eddie, and Eddie's doing pretty damn good. I'm very happy with the way he's come along so far. I'll start the down tomorrow, but you know, sit stay is looking good. And yeah, I know it's under low distraction right now, right? It's at a quiet park, but at least it's out in public. And we'll get there. We'll get to the point where we've got him, you know, down at the busy plaza on a sit stay with people walking by him. You know, not always easy to make videos when you're outside. You've got all this traffic and stuff going by, but I do my best. And I take every dog as an individual, and they all have their own individual quirks and their own individual learning curve, and I have to respect that. Some dogs you can move along faster, some dogs you need to move along slower. Depends on their behavioral issues that you were dealing with, their temperament. Some dogs need very gentle corrections, some dogs need firmer corrections, some dogs need a lot of praise, some dogs don't care about food. So every dog's different. There's no cookie cutter approach. Now, some training styles out there may claim to be science-based, but they're fibbing. They are fibbing. That's not the truth. There's not really any science in dog training. Science has a lot bigger things to study than dog training. There are some studies out there. Most of the studies, though, the vast majority, are survey-based. What that simply means is they've taken a group of people, however many, 800, 1,200, I don't know, and they send out a survey, and you fill out the survey. Hey, when you use this style of dog training, how did your dog react? When you use positive reinforcement, how did your dog react? Eddie, come on, buddy, come on, good job. Now, if you're basing your science on studies, that's not science, okay? That's people's opinions. And maybe they took the question you worded a different way than you meant it and filled out the survey a little bit differently. You cannot base science on a survey, and that's what most of these studies are done, okay? They're just survey based. That just doesn't add up, right? Because everybody knows, if you've been to school, then you know science, there's a scientific method. It involves a hypothesis that is testable, okay? Which means if it's science-based, I should be able to take training technique A and apply it to every kind of dog and get the exact same results. We all know that's absolutely ridiculous. Dog training's more of an art based in experience, working with lots of different dog temperaments and breeds and characteristics. Eddie, come on, buddy. Okay, that's not science-based, it's experiential-based. And that's why, by the way, there's no governing body. There's no like overseeing body, because they can't sort of point the finger to what's right and what's wrong. What works for one dog might not work for the other dog. So you can't say, oh, well, this technique is the technique to go for, okay? I know about 20 ways to teach a dog the down, okay? The reason being is because it's a very difficult command for a lot of dogs to do, and not every dog's gonna follow a treat lure. Not every dog's gonna do it the same way. So show me any trainer that uses one technique on every single dog. It's impossible, no one does, and that's why there's no real science to it. It's just a big learning curve of experience. You gotta know your dogs, you gotta know what to do, and when to change up and try something new. So, Eddie's coming along fine, and we'll just take him at his pace. We'll get him there though by the end of the 3 weeks. He's already doing great. All right guys, we'll see you in the next video.